everyone, this is Lisa from Life and Layouts. Thanks for joining me for another documentation of the Passholder pocket pages. Today I'm working on this 12 by 12 pocket page that contains 4 4x6s and 4 3x4s. And these photos are of us at the entrance of Hollywood Studios. So right now I'm just going through some of the different pocket cards to determine which ones that I like best. I really like that Dream, Believe, Adventure, Magic, or Magical and Imagine, but it was kind of difficult finding something that would look good sitting right next to it. And I ended up settling on this black card that has like red, white, and yellow polka dots because I felt like it did complement the card next to it. So all I'm going to do to this card is ink the edges and then pull out my box that I use for splatters when I'm splattering something small like this. And then I set that aside to dry. And so now I have my fun foam out and I am adding a few little clusters to this black card. This black card is going to contain mainly just clusters. The blue card with the white cloud and the red heart, I'm going to journal on that one. So I'm adding these balloons, and then I really like the way the balloons look, but I have a little issue with the strings at the bottom. I feel like they're just kind of hanging out there. So I'm looking for maybe a word sticker or something that will mimic a bow, like when you would have several balloons tied together. And I end up using these paper clips, and I have never used these paper clips as they come. I usually take my little spatula like this right here and I pop off the piece in the center so it makes an enamel dot. And when I put the enamel dot down, I didn't like the way the strings of the balloons ended up. So I ended up cutting one of them and moving it over so that they all lay together. And then I just covered up what I cut apart with the little camera enamel dots. I'm looking for a brad, and I tend to use these cards front and back. If they are double-sided, then I will use both sides. And because I am using this all in the Disney album, I work around what I have there. So I cut off the brad part, the part that would stick through the paper of this little yellow swirl, and then just use glue from my fine line bottle inside the swirl part and glue it down. And now I'm looking for something that just goes in the small corner down there, and I wanted to add the sorcerer's hat, which I will talk about that in just a second, but it didn't fit right, so I ended up with this geotag, and then that is it for that card. On this card, I'm going to journal about the sorcerer's hat, and if you are a Disney fan, you will know that Mickey's sorcerer's hat was the iconic symbol of Hollywood Studios. However, it was taken down back in 2015, and now you see the Chinese theater when you have your pictures taken. So I just wanted to talk about that since I don't have any photos in this album with the sorcerer's hat. I do have photos in front of the sorcerer's hat before it was taken down, but I wanted to document something of the past. So I tried to figure out a way to get that on there, but I didn't like it sitting directly on the card. So what I end up doing is adding it to the page protector, and I'll show you that in a second. So I'm just adding the date that we went, And then that is it for these 3 cards. So I'm going to go ahead and add all 3 of them in. And what you don't see off camera is I found 2 additional photos of us in front of the sorcerer's hat, so you'll see that in the close-ups, and I'll talk about that in just a second. So I didn't like the bulk of that piece underneath the page protector, so I just used some wet glue to the adhesive and added it on top of it, and I did the same to the sorcerer's hat. It's down at the bottom, and I was able to kind of overlap it a little bit so that it's both on there. So that's it for this layout in this series. In the close-up, you will notice that there's a different photo in the top right-hand corner. I used Close to My Heart flip-flops to add an additional photo right here. You'll see that photo there, and then you'll see me holding the photo up because I had 2 additional photos that I forgot about. So thanks everyone for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a scrappy day.